What's up, guys? Welcome back. Today we are going to be doing an update haul on all the products that I got during the Sephora VIB sale. If you missed it, I did do a shop with me where I shopped with you guys for the Sephora VIB sale. So if you want to check that out, I will have that linked down below. Did also do a second very small order and I got two things. That's two things. So I'll go into those two products as well and give you guys my little review. I got the products pretty quickly, so I've been able to test things out over the last couple days, and I definitely have my initial thoughts on a lot of these. Keep in mind, I have only had these for a couple days, so I still got to do some more in-depth testing, but I figured I would give you my first impressions. Actually, it's a step above a first impressions. It's my fourth impressions. By the way, if you guys have tried any of the products that I'm gonna be talking about today, I would love to hear your own reviews in the comments. So let me know all of your thoughts down there. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, also, totally forgot to say, I'm gonna be putting some of the products on my face, the ones that I can, of course. Most of these are skincare products, but I do have a couple makeup products that I purposefully left my face blank for. So we'll be doing a try on as well, so you could actually see them in action. Let's first address the biggest elephant in the room. Did I or did I not purchase the Dyson Corrale? Pause the video and make a vote right now. Now, for those of you who believe that I couldn't control myself and I did purchase the Dyson Corrale, first of all, how dare you? I have self-control, people. I did not purchase the Dyson Corrale. I just feel like I would so much rather spend that type of money on literally anything else. Instead of putting that money towards a hair straightener, I put it towards a new lens, which you may or may not have noticed. The quality of my videos has been upped like tenfolds because I just bought a new lens with literally the money that I would have spent on that hair straightener. I put it towards my business instead, and I gotta say, very happy with that decision. Besides just the price, I was doing a lot of research, just looking at different types of YouTube reviews and written reviews, and it just wasn't like overwhelmingly positive. At least not positive enough for me to be like, yes, I am gonna spend $650 on this hair straightener. And I have a GHD straightener that I have at home that it has not failed me. It still works perfectly fine. It does my hair great, keeps my hair looking nice and shiny. It makes it really straight. It doesn't damage it, at least as far as I know. And I really like it. So it just wasn't necessary. So I didn't get the straightener. I kind of feel a little bit bad though, because I feel like a lot of you really wanted to see my own hands-on review on the product, but I couldn't pull the trigger, you guys. I'm sorry. So hopefully we can close that Dyson Corrale chapter. We don't have to keep going back and forth. Okay, now let's get into the things that I did actually purchase. So first things first, I want to talk about probably my favorite product that I purchased from the sale, and it is the Skin Fix Resurface Plus AHA Renewing Cream. This stuff is actual magic. I cannot believe this has only entered my life now because it is so freaking good. As I mentioned already a million times, I do have KP, which is keratosis pilaris, which is when you get these little bumps on your arms. For me, they kind of flare up, especially in the wintertime when my skin gets really dry. And I have mentioned a couple products in the past that have worked for me. I really love the KP Bump Eraser from First Aid Beauty. That's a really great exfoliator that does have AHA in it, I believe, as well, to gently like chemically exfoliate the bumps, and it does decrease them significantly. And I also do have a product from Ren that I really like. It's like a body serum. So this is basically a giant body cream. As you can see, the product is in here, and this has 5% of a natural AHA blend and 1% lime extract blend. So my KP has been having a bit of a moment, okay? I had a bit of a flare up, and I thought it was the perfect opportunity to try out this product. And so when I got it, I put it on my arms, and the next day, you guys, when I say that 80% of my KP was gone, 80% of my KP was gone. And I've been using it religiously every day since. So I think it's been maybe a total of 4 days that I've been using it. And let me just touch my arms real quick. Smooth. There's still a little bit of bumps there, but I would imagine that after a couple more days of using this, my arms are going to be completely smooth. Besides that, as like an actual moisturizing cream, I do find that it moisturizes really nicely and it doesn't stay sticky, which is a big thing because I hate body moisturizers that make my skin feel sticky. I want it to really like sink in really quickly, and this has been great. So I'm so happy that this is now in my winter toolkit because I'll be using it a ton. So next, let's talk about the toner that I got from Youth to the People. This is the Kombucha plus 11% AHA exfoliation power toner with lactic and glycolic black tea and tree bark. So this is essentially a chemical exfoliant slash toner. I didn't really have anything like this in my routine currently, and especially in the wintertime, like I said, my skin definitely gets really textured and dry, and having something like this in your routine is a really great way to just smooth out your skin. I was a little bit concerned that it would make my skin react. I do have very, very sensitive skin, and I have tried products that are similar to this that have made my skin like bright red. This was very, very gentle. My skin didn't turn bright red. It definitely got a little bit tingly, but nothing uncomfortable in the slightest. And just like the Skin Fix product, I actually do notice a difference in the smoothness of my skin when I use this at night, because I only use these types of exfoliation products at night. When I woke up in the morning, the rough patches on my skin were so much smoother. So now let's talk about the Youth to the People Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask. As you guys know, if you saw the shop with me, I got this product kind of as a bit of an experiment, because I had said that I saw Skin by Hyra mention that the Super Berry Hydrate and Glow Dream Mask is very close ingredient wise to the Dream Eye Cream, but you get a lot more product for the same price. Basically, the Dream Eye Cream is $60 and it comes in this 0.5 fluid ounce little tub. The Dream Mask is $60 and it comes in a 2-ounce tub. It's not this, it's actually a bigger version. I did get the little mini size just to try it out, but this little mini size is $19 Canadian. So even though the ingredient list is similar, I wanted to test these out to see if my experience would be similar. So here's what both of the products look like side by side. There's an obvious color difference. The eye cream is kind of like a white color and the mask is more of a yellow color. The mask also has a fragrance to it, whereas the eye cream doesn't. This kind of smells a little bit orangey. As far as the way that both products feel on the skin, I do find that the eye cream does feel a little bit thicker and richer. Now, over the last couple of days, I have been using the Dream Mask underneath my eyes to see if, I would notice any huge difference between the eye cream. And I haven't really noticed a big difference. I mean, it just feels nice and hydrating. The biggest test was to see if I would get any type of reaction underneath my eyes, because my under eyes are very, very sensitive and I will often get little bumps underneath my eyes if an eye cream or a moisturizer just doesn't agree with my under eye area, and I didn't get that with this. To be very upfront with you guys, I'm not incredibly knowledgeable on skincare ingredients, so I can't really say to you that yes, both of these formulas are exactly the same. I mean, I took a look at both of the ingredient lists and I did see differences. I saw ingredients in one place where there wasn't in others. So there are differences between the two formulas. So I do think in the short term, they do feel very similar and they do both equally hydrate my under eyes. I just don't know if it's a complete replacement for the eye cream. If there are any skincare experts out there, I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you feel like these two products are interchangeable? Do you feel like they're super, super similar? Enough so that you can get the exact same effect with the mask if you were to replace it with the eye cream? Let me know in the comments. But even besides just trying to use this as an eye cream, I have been using it as more of like an overnight mask, or rather just my nighttime moisturizer. And I have also been really liking it. Again, it hasn't made my skin react in any type of way. I woke up the next morning, my skin felt really nice and glowy and hydrated. It's not necessarily my favorite moisturizer that I've ever used. Right now, I'm really loving the Skin Fix Triple Lipid Moisturizer. That one's like my go-to, but it's nice and it works, and I do feel like it does do the trick. As they say, you don't actually need a dedicated eye cream for underneath your eyes. You can just use your moisturizer. And so if this works underneath your eyes and you're happy to use it, then hey, you just saved yourself $60 on getting another eye cream. But I also do really like this eye cream. So next, I have a very exciting purchase that is all thanks to you guys. So thank you so much for letting me know that this existed on the Sephora website, because I don't think I would have found it myself. I mentioned in my shop with me that I've been trying to get my hands on the Youth to the People Kale and Green Tea Spinach Vitamin Superfood Cleanser, because this is one of my favorite cleansers, but it's been out of stock on Sephora forever. But I got a ton of messages from you guys letting me know that they released a kit with the Superfood Cleanser, and you also get the Dream Mask in that kit along with the Adaptogen Deep Moisture Cream. And so I jumped on that really, really quickly. It does come with a pump, by the way. I just put the little cap on top because I was traveling from my house to my studio with this. And like I said, this is one of my favorite cleansers. It's really gentle, but still really effective. That's a little PSA. If you have been trying to get your hands on the Kale cleanser but haven't been able to, you can get it through this particular kit. So now let's actually get into the makeup products. Let's first start off with the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. So when I opened up this palette, immediately I was very happy with my purchase. I love the eyeshadows in here. I love the tones. I love the metallics. I love the mattes. The shade Slippery is still very questionable. Here's what it looks like in person. It is the weirdest eyeshadow I've ever seen, and it's not even really so much an eyeshadow, and it's not what I expected. It's kind of this like Vaseline texture glossy top coat, and when you put your finger in it, you actually feel the little bumps in the eyeshadow, which is so odd and very unsettling. It has pretty much no pigment to it, and it doesn't even really have much of a gloss or sheen either. So it's kind of just nothing. So she just put this in here to taunt us with these weird balls. But besides that, every other shade in here is really, really gorgeous. Let me swatch a couple for you guys to see. Look at how good those two mattes swatched. Look at that. Look at that. So even, so nice. And look at those metallics. Absolutely gorgeous. And this guy right over here, this beautiful creamy brown matte, that's actually this color right in the corner over here. It's like this weird tie-dye situation, but it comes out to be that one color or one tone shade. It's funny because the last video that I posted, I actually mentioned how the original Nude palette was a palette that I just really didn't like because a lot of the shades are very much one tone. They're very muted. They were very light. And I found they just kind of lacked richness. This guy I feel like is the 180 of that. I feel like this actually has a ton of richness to it. And this is pretty much exactly what I would have rather have seen from the other palette. So really, really happy with this. Okay, so I'm first going to go into the shade Hypnotic, which is this nude right here. And on my Smith 235, I'm just gonna put this above the crease. I do find that these shadows blend really, really nicely. The pigment is good. I really just have no complaints besides the Slippery shade. So I'm just buffing this above my crease on my outer corner, kind of flicking it out. Okay, I'm gonna go into Hard. These names make me uncomfortable. And I'm going to use this in my crease. I just wanna use this like tie-dye shade just so you guys can see how it applies as one color when you actually put it on the eye. You just gotta make sure with a shade like this, because it is like a tie-dye, that you actually have to put your brush in the entire shade and not just like tap into it. That's the only downside to those swirled shades. Otherwise you can get somewhat, not like a patchy look, but the color could apply a little bit unevenly if you don't do that. You just gotta be a bit more mindful, that's all. Okay, I'm gonna go into a more precise blending brush. This is my Sigma E27, and I'm going to grab Untamed, which is this beautiful deep plum. And I'm gonna just pop that on my outer corner. You can see, like I didn't even apply that much, but it's very, very deep and pigmented, which I love. I wouldn't say it's like the most exciting palette I've ever had in my collection, but it's definitely one that I could see myself using pretty much all the shades in here, except for Slippery. Like I feel like this is a good versatile palette that you can take for every day, that you can definitely vamp up if you want to, or tone down. I like it a lot, guys. Look at that, it's so nice. For my lid, I'm gonna go into Tantric, which is this gold right over here. It's very reflective and pretty, and I'm gonna apply that with my finger and just pop that on the remainder part of my lid, and look at how reflective that is. Oh, that is good. I'm just gonna finish off my eyes quickly with my M Cosmetics Pick Me Up Mascara, and then I'll be back to show you guys some other products. Looks like I just very aggressively made out with somebody because I had to take off my lipstick because I have another product to show you guys, and it is a lip product. But final thoughts on the Huda Beauty Naughty Nude palette. I mean, I think it's safe to say I really, 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 really enjoy this. I'm very excited to continue using it. I haven't been excited about a neutral palette in particular in a while, and this is really tickling my fancy. Overall, I like the tones. I like the intensity of the metallics. I mean, look at that lid shade, so pretty. And I love how pigmented and easy to blend the mattes are. I pretty much use every matte in here, and they're all very, very easy to blend. So Really into this. Okay, I just took off my matte lipstick, as you guys can see, and now I'm going to put on my Laneige Lip Glowy Balm in Gummy Bear. If I had to describe this scent, to me it smells exactly like grape soda. I would have called this grape soda, not so much gummy bear, but it smells really, really delicious. Besides the actual fragrance, I mean, I love the lip glowy balms. I knew that already. It's a beautiful texture. It's not sticky. It feels really comfortable. And like I said, it is actually hydrating along with just making your lips look great because it is so glossy. It does give a very subtle hint of color. You can see that it's like this light lilac color or kind of like a cool toned purpley pink. It doesn't show up super strong on the lips, but it does give you a little bit of something. I really love it. I'm gonna be using this a ton. So this is definitely good. The scent, big approval on my end. Another lip product that I picked up in my second order when I had ordered the Youth to the People cleanser is this Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I saw Whitney Simmons talk about this on her Instagram stories, and she showed 3 of these in her stories, and she was like, I love this so much. I bought 3 backups, and that sold me right away. This actually does remind me quite a bit of the Laneige Lip Sleepy Mask in Vanilla. It's pretty much the exact same subtle vanilla scent where it's not too like sickly sweet. Besides that, as an actual lip balm, I do kind of feel like I prefer the Laneige Lip Sleepy Mask over this guy. It's not bad at all. I just don't feel like it's anything, you know, super mind-blowing. And I'll be using the entire thing and it does work, but it's not the most mind-blowing lip balm I've ever picked up. Those are my thoughts on that. We have the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Superstar Glow Highlighter, the ultimate face and body highlighter for soft focus glow. Here's what it looks like. Comes in this giant compact. I'm going to put it on for you guys right now and then we'll discuss. So I'm just gonna use this on my Sigma Soft Blend 30 brush, pick up a little bit of this, and just sweep it on the cheekbones. I am very, very, very picky when it comes to a powder highlighter. Typically, I just don't love powder highlighters because I feel like they accentuate texture a lot more than, say, cream highlighters, which I find are just a lot more flattering, and that's what I tend to gravitate towards. Also, I do prefer more of a natural glow. I don't really love a super blinding glow on myself. And so a lot of powder highlighters just don't give me that effect. I almost feel like this does kind of have a cream highlighter effect. It is definitely really nice and soft and glossy. It doesn't look super metallic on the skin. And I just feel like I'm really able to work it into my skin to make it look really nice and natural. And I can imagine that because this compact is so huge, this is pretty much gonna last me forever. I don't really find that there's much of like a color to it, even though this looks like a pinky champagne in the pan. I don't feel like on my skin tone, I see any like color shift or anything like that. But if you are fairer than me or deeper than me, you may have a different experience, so keep that in mind. But I feel like on my skin tone, it just meshes pretty nicely where you don't really see much of a color to it. Okay, the last product that I have here is the setting spray from Milk. This is the Milk Hydro Grip Set and Refresh Spray. Honestly, guys, like I don't really have very solid thoughts on this yet. I have been using this every single day. I do really like the way that this spray is on my face. Like it's a really nice spray. It's like slightly aggressive. But it gets the job done, which I kind of like. I just feel like I haven't noticed a huge difference in the longevity of my makeup or the way that my makeup looks when I use a spray. Granted, I have only used it, again, 3 or 4 times, so I can't give you my full final thoughts. I feel like so far so good. Like I haven't had any negative reaction to it. Like I don't feel like the spray is bad. I don't feel like it makes my face sticky or like nothing bad happens when I spray this on my face, but also nothing incredibly amazing happens at the same time. So I'm kind of on the fence about it. I don't really know if this does anything, is what I'm saying. So I will continue using this and I will get back to you on this guy. That's it. Those are all the things that I purchased during the Sephora sale. I feel like it was a pretty successful haul. Let me know all of your thoughts in the comments if you've tried any of the products that I mentioned today. And again, if you have any more details on the Youth to the People eye cream versus the mask, let me know in the comments down below because I would love to get your opinion on them if you feel like you know a little bit more about skincare than I do. Hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today's video and subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.